Hi, Emmanuel here with T2S Transformed to Succeed. In this video, I continue showing you how you can use the AWS CLI, AWS command line, and what you're gonna need to go first to this website here. You're gonna need to go to this page. Here you find documentation, the documentation that can help you take care of that. You can do it on Linux, Mac OS, or Windows. Just follow the instructions here, the steps, and you should be set. And what we do today, we're going to use the AWS CLI to create a bucket. And what is a bucket? Just go to this page here, Amazon S3, simple storage service. That's why we say S3. So you go here, read the documentation. There's even a video that will introduce you to Amazon S3. And you learn more about the benefits and features on this page, use cases, case studies, and so on and so forth. What I do today, as I said, is to show you how you can use the AWS CLI to create a bucket. You go here. If you go here, click on like a S3 here to see what we have, and we don't have anything here. So that's why it cannot display the list of buckets that we may have. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna accomplish that today. So we go to our command line. I'm using a Visual Studio Code application. You can use your native terminal to take care of this. So you install the AWS CLI, configure your local machine to communicate with your AWS account, and you need to have an AWS account created to do this. All right. So the bucket that we want to create, we're gonna call it T2S bucket. T2S bucket demo. That's the name we give to our bucket. And here you change it, you decide on what region where you want to deploy this bucket as a resource. And that's the first command that you need, actually the only command to create an S3 bucket. I'm gonna copy and paste it on my terminal. This is my terminal, as you can see here. I paste it there, and then I run the command, execute the command. So you see here, we have created our bucket. If you go back to our console here, I'm gonna go to the S3 here, service, dashboard. So I go there, and now we have our bucket created. And if we click on the bucket, you see we have nothing here. And what we want to do next is to upload our first object. So whatever, it could be a file or directory that you want to put into your bucket. As I said, it could be a file, it could be a directory, it could be images, videos, anything that you want to store here. On the console, you just click upload here, then you can drag and drop here, or you can just click here, add files or add folders. We will not do that. We will use our command line to do it. Back to our command line interface here. What we want to do next is to add this file here. And where is this file? This file is here. So we are, everything that I'm doing it in this directory. That's my working directory, working folder called AWS CLI scripts. In one of my previous videos, I did a demo on how to use the AWS CLI to spin up EC2 instances. And today I'm doing the same, but to create S3 buckets and manipulate them. And the file that we want to copy is this one here, lesson 5. It's in the same location here. So if it's, let's say it was in a different location, you have to find the correct path to do that. But in our case here, I'm gonna copy that and I'll put it here. So in our case, you see this is our bucket, right? And this is the path to our bucket. That's the path to our bucket here. So now our file is here. So you right click. When you right click, you see there's a copy path, and copy path, that's the complete path to the location where you have stored that specific file. So we're gonna use the relative path. So that's this name here. And then we put it into quotation marks, double or single, okay? And watch what will happen. So I press enter to run the command, so it's copying. And you see, upload, and this has been uploaded to this. And this is now the path to our PDF. And you can actually copy this, but you don't do that. Please ignore what I just said. Okay, so I clear my screen, and next, what we want to do first to verify, we need to go to our console. You see, before we copied the file to our S3 bucket, there was nothing here. And now if you refresh it here, you see it's here now. This is our file. And then I click it, it's our PDF file. Okay, so we have our PDF file, and normally if you click here, it should open this, but it doesn't. And the reason why it does not, it's because of permissions. All right, it's because of permissions. No one can access this unless we go to the bucket here. This is our this is our bucket. This is our bucket. We go to the bucket, and when we go to the bucket, we need to modify permissions, and this is how you do it. So you're gonna go to the permissions here, and you see here there's block all public access, so no one has access to this. And to change that, we click on edit. Then we're gonna uncheck that, the block all public access. So we have unchecked it, and then we can say save changes. Then you type confirm, and then confirm. So now we've done that. We go back to our objects, click on the object, and if you use this link here, I copied the link, I put it here, and then I press enter. We still have this, and the reason is we need to also modify the permissions on the level of this object. So we're gonna go to permissions here. Gonna go to permissions there. I'll refresh, and let's go back here. Let's click here, go to permissions. So that's done. So what we need to do is to allow everyone with the link to at least read. See the bucket ACL, at least read. And here they give you some, they explain you what this means. Public access is granted to buckets and objects through ACLs. And then in order to ensure that public access is blocked, turn this on. Okay, so you turn it on. So you're gonna click here, edit, and that's what we did here. So we leave this on to allow access. I'm gonna do that and refresh and see if this will make a difference. So we go to object, and then we find our object now, and then versions, and then here it's always recommended to turn bucket versioning. We need to enable that, but we can do it also on the on the CLI command, the command line. Let's go there, and then I'll show it to you first. So we're gonna enable. We will enable versioning here, and to do that, we will just copy this here. Copy the command, paste it here. Check if everything is okay. It's the name of our bucket, and then we're gonna press enter. And then if we go back to our console, there. Let's refresh this, and you see it's been enabled now. You see the current version here, and then we go to the permissions. I don't know why it doesn't allow me to change that now. Go to the permissions. Okay, I know what to do. So we're gonna, we're here. We're gonna, so if we go to permissions here, and so that's already done. We go to our objects, click on objects, permissions here. So bucket, this bucket has the bucket owner enforced setting applied for object ownership. So we're gonna go here, and we'll say enable ACLs enabled. Click on acknowledge that ACLs will be restored, and then save. So we've saved that. We go back again to our objects here, and go now to permissions. We should be able to edit. So we're gonna edit and say everyone with a link can read the file, and you're gonna see the difference. Here we still have this, so you're gonna see what happens next. So click save, and now we go back here. If you refresh, we should be able to see the content of our file, and there you go. There you go. So now going back here, we go to our bucket. So now that people have access to our bucket, because remember, buckets you can also host, or you can host a static website on your bucket. Going back to our command line here, what we're gonna do next, we will create a link to allow people to. So we're gonna set what they call a signed URL. Meaning that you may have somebody who doesn't work for the company. They don't work for the company, but they need sorry about this. They need, let's say they need a version. They only need to just access the link like for 60 minutes or 1 hour, and then for those for someone like that, what you need to do is to create what they call a pre-signed URL link, and in this case we want to. I'm gonna change that here. So we want to just give them access like for 1 minute, for just 60 seconds, and that's what we're gonna do. But to do that, you're gonna need to find the path to your file, to the object, to the data. Let's go back to the console. So we go back to the console here. This is our. So I click here, and this is what we need, the URI. So we're gonna use that. We're gonna use the URI here. So make sure that it's the correct one. And also make sure that it's in double quotation marks or single quotation marks. So that's done. And then when you're done with that and you want it to expire, let's say in 2 minutes. So that will be 120 seconds, 120 seconds. So I press enter, and we have created the link here. So I copy this link. Then I go, okay, I didn't show you that. So this is what I did. This is the command that I just ran. And then now I have this link. So I'll just copy the link, go to the website here. I'm gonna use, let me use a different window. I'm gonna use this one here. So I press this here. I paste it there. And now you see they have access. So this is like someone different from me. So they have access using their own browser, internet browser. And if we go back to our command line here, we go back to our command line, and I'm gonna show you how. So how you can, because we have already enabled versioning, so that's done. And how we will not do the encryption today in this video. So now we will discuss how to delete S3 buckets and their objects. And to do that, if you don't have this application here, JQ, you can download it on your local machine. I'm using Mac computer, so I used brew. I'm gonna clear the screen here. I use brew install JQ. So I use that to install it, and I can verify. So let me see if I can. So that's the version that I have here. So I use brew install JQ. On Linux, you can use yum install JQ, or Ubuntu apt or get apt-get jkey, something like that. So just whatever you have. And on Windows, you should find a way to do it too. I'm not a Windows guy, but yeah, there should be documentation also online to help you do that. So I think I've been talking for about 2 minutes, right? So remember, we set the link to expire in 2 minutes for this person here. So if we refresh, their access to this document has already expired. So I'm gonna refresh it, you see? So now they have no access because we only gave them 2 minutes. And you may have an auditor at your company, and they may want to see some stuff that you store in an S3 bucket. You only give them access like for 2 hours. So, 1 hour, that would be like 3,600 minutes or seconds. So that's 1 hour, and they may need probably 2 hours. So that's how you do it. You just give them a link, and they have access to that specific piece of data that you want to share with them. So we're going back to our console first here, to our terminal. So I'll go back to the terminal here, and we're almost done here. So I assume that you have installed JQ, and what you need to do first, you have to remove all of the objects that you have in your bucket. So I'll press that, and so we have deleted this object here. See, that's the object. And now, after doing that, now we can use this command, but this command, we use it afterwards. So we're gonna use it at the end here. So we will not use it there, because now what we need to do, we need to take all of the versions and the markers that we have, then we'll put them into this file here, versions.json. So I'm gonna copy that and make sure that you have the correct name of your S3 bucket here. So you do that and then run the command, and that's done. And then after you do that, you're gonna use this script. This helps me to extract the object keys and version IDs and delete them. And sometimes you don't need to understand this. It's kind of like a JSON kind of, it's a shell kind of script, but taking advantage of that JQ utility. So I'm gonna paste that here, and what you do, you just press enter. So you see it does the work for you. Clear my screen, and now I can delete. Before I delete my bucket, I'll take you to the console here. So we're gonna get rid of that. So if you go here to the bucket and you see the object is gone, no objects here. So now we want to delete this T2S bucket demo. If you click bucket, you only have this one. Okay, this one bucket. So let's do that. We go back to our command line. Then I'll just copy this command. I'll paste it there and make sure that you have the correct. This is the correct name of your S3 bucket. So you have that, and what you do is just execute the command, and it tells you that it has removed this bucket, specific bucket. We go back to okay, sorry, I didn't show you that. Okay, this is what I did. So I use this command here, and then make sure that you have the correct S3 bucket. And once you do that, you're gonna see this output to say that this bucket has been removed. It has been deleted. So go back to our console, and what you do now, just refresh, and then you see there is no bucket. And that's pretty much the demo that I wanted to share with you. And what I wanted to share with you pretty much is how to use the AWS CLI to, number one, create a bucket, and number two, upload an object in that bucket. Number three, to enable versioning. Number four, to create a signed URL to expire in a few seconds, like in this case, 60 seconds. So I'm gonna change that here. So 60 seconds, as you can do 120 seconds, 500 seconds, or whatever you want. And then we did not set up an MFA delete, because for that you need a device name, account ID. You need to set this ahead of time, but at least this is the command that you can use for that. We did not do the encryption, but this is the command that you need to do. Make sure that you have the correct name here of your bucket. Okay, and you do the same here for the KMS encryption. Then we deleted our buckets by using first the objects, meaning that we emptied our bucket using that command. And next we output everything, all of the versions into this file. We ran this script to delete all of the version IDs and the object keys. And finally, we deleted our bucket. Well, thank you so much. And again, my name is Emmanuel. I'm here at T2S, and I do my best to equip people to acquire skills, to be able to take care of, actually to get a better job and and care for their families, care for themselves, and even serve people and serve God. So thank you so much for watching this video. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.